Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting from South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to share with you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Turned out that we've had almost two positive bonus days this week. Monday and today, Tuesday, both days turned out to be sunnier than kind of expected. That's okay, and warmer temperatures. We've had some chances for rain, small chances, and they have occurred, but no widespread big-time rain. That may be coming by Wednesday night into Thursday morning for the Jackson area. We've had a little bit of a few sprinkles and light rain here in the Bemis area here within the last hour or two during the 4 and 5 p.m. hour, but most of it's already went through and went to our east. But fairly decent temperatures has been occurring, and you're welcome. You're welcome in the sense that thank you, nature, I meant to say. Thank you, nature, for giving us an extra few nice days around here. We sure could use them, I tell you. Alrighty, on to the climate data as of 5 p.m. here in Bemis, Tennessee. The skies were cloudy at that time. A few sprinkles was falling here in the Bemis area. The temperature at 5 p.m. was 64 degrees. As of 6:07 p.m., it's down to 61 degrees here in the Bemis area. Today's the low temperature weather this morning got down to 40. It did get up to 67 degrees here in Bemis today for a high. And since midnight, I've had 1/100th of an inch of rainfall, and that fell primarily around the 5:30 time frame. But there's a little light shower did go through Jackson within the last hour, and it's over toward Parsons, Tennessee now. But I did get 1/100th of an inch of rainfall here. Today's lowest humidity would be 38%. That occurred at 1 p.m. The highest was 80%. That occurred at 12 and 1 a.m. Lowest dew point temperature for today, 31 degrees. That occurred at 8 a.m. The highest would be 41 degrees, and that occurred at 4 p.m. The lowest barometric pressure was 30.19 inches, and that occurred at 5 p.m., while the highest was 30.36 inches, and that occurred at 12 and 11 a.m. Today's highest wind gust was 18 miles per hour out of the southeast. Today's records for March the 12th, hottest high would be 87 degrees. Boy, wouldn't that feel good. Almost too hot, really, but anyways, 87 degrees was the hottest high for today, and that occurred in 2006. Well, the coldest high would be 37 degrees, and that happened in 1998. The warmest low would be 71 degrees, and that occurred in the year 2006. Boy, that was a warm year today back then. 71 for low and 87 for high. My goodness, back in 2006. Coldest low would be 16 degrees, and that occurred in 1998. Of course, it was a cold year, 1998. Low of 16 and a high of only 37. Again, 2018, I'll make that 19. The low was 40, high was 67. Rainfall record for today, we had a fair amount of rain. Back in 1975, had 3.66 inches of rainfall. And believe it or not, we actually had a little bit of snow today back last year, 2018. Had melted 2/100ths of an inch of melted snow. It all melted as it hit the ground, did not accumulate last year, but we did have a little bit of snow 1 year ago today. about 200ths of an inch. A very light amount at that. Alright, that pretty much concludes the basic climate summary for the evening. Let me show you a few graphs and maps and radars and kind of have it covered for you here. The radar is showing the precipitation that moved through the Jackson area about an hour or two ago. But it is to off to our east, as you can see. It's over around Parsons, Tennessee, headed across the Tennessee River at the moment, on into Middle Tennessee. That's where I got the 100th of an inch of rainfall from that isolated shower there. And it's stretching on up toward Kentucky and up into Missouri. It's a little heavier up in that area, not quite that heavy down here. And it's all moving east over into Middle Tennessee. Alright, and there's not really nothing to our west, so probably won't get any more rain tonight. That's probably going to be it for tonight as far as precipitation goes. It'll probably we have a better chance, though, by tomorrow evening. As you see, it's raining pretty good up in parts of Missouri, up around Lebanon and near Springfield, and all that's moving east, kind of towards St. Louis and Carbondale, Illinois, and those areas, and eventually possibly Paducah, Kentucky. But not around here in the Jackson area. It's raining pretty good up there in Missouri today. There's some heavy rain up in that area, but that's going to go by us to our north. I guess we got lucky. We just got a few sprinkles down here compared to what they're getting up there in parts of Missouri. Not really a whole lot going on to the south of us either. The radar is fairly clear in that regard. And by the way, there's a wind advisory. I forgot to bring the map up for you. I tell you what, let me see if I can find it for you real quick. I know how to do it. Let me see if I can show you that. Show you the wind advisory. And what it is, it's a for the western half of West Tennessee for tomorrow. And it's delaying. So what it is, it's a wind advisory in effect from about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning till about 10 p.m. tomorrow night. But it is delaying, and it's for Madison County. Here it is. It's finally coming up. Pardon the delay there. There it is. There's the map, though, part in brown. It's the western half of West Tennessee and a good chunk of Arkansas. It looked like Missouri and down into Mississippi. A wind advisory for tomorrow for every county shaded there in brown, including Madison County, Tennessee, for winds upwards to near or above 40 miles per hour is expected tomorrow morning through tomorrow night. Again, from about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning till about 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So it'll be windy conditions tomorrow. That's the watch I wanted to show you, or the advisory, wind advisory I wanted to show you. Alright, now let's move on to the satellite picture. As you can see, we have a few clouds out there. We're cloudy now. We have had fairly decent conditions most of the day, but it's kind of filling in, but some breaks are in the clouds. So I still believe it's going to be very cloudy for the rest of the evening. In other words, there's going to be some periods when the sky is going to almost clear and then turn around and be almost cloudy and go back and forth, be variable between all that throughout the evening here in West Tennessee. Then it continued to about tomorrow night when it finally becomes mostly cloudy for a few hours. More details on that when we get to the Pacific forecast. But that's the satellite picture for this evening. The southeast really doesn't look all that bad. It looks good down in Florida, good chunk of Georgia, and some of the Carolinas. Kind of cloudy, of course, here in Tennessee, especially east of Nashville. And not too bad around here. Skies are trying to break up a little bit down in Memphis. Some of that affects us here in Jackson as the evening wears on. That's why I'm calling it very cloudy conditions for most of the night and most of tomorrow as well, like it's been since Monday and Tuesday, or today. All right, let's look at the current surface map, courtesy of the Weather Channel. This evening's map shows the high pressure actually over us. We're getting showers with the high pressure over us. How about that? That don't happen too often, but it is today, and it's showing the scattered showers here in Tennessee and the heavier rain up in Missouri, and even thunderstorms way up toward Minnesota, and all that's moving to the east. That's not going to affect us here in Tennessee. Some more over there in Kansas, that's moving eastward as well. There you see the other frontal systems and where they're at. There's not a whole lot going on out west. A little scattered showers here and there. A little bit along the Pacific west coast. But there you see where the lows are and highs and where it's raining and where it isn't. I don't see any snow on this map. Well, I think, does that mean we're going into spring, kind of? Finally, spring's not too far away, even officially. More on that momentarily. Now let's look at tomorrow's national forecast maps. According to the Weather Channel for tomorrow morning, this is the way the map should look like. We have a warm front to, well, you see it there, low pressure in Colorado with the warm front stretching southeast of it all the way down to, well, southern tip of Florida on into the islands down there southeast of Florida. Two high pressures off to the east. There's the precipitation and what's expected tomorrow morning. Still well west of us. It'll be tomorrow night before we get the heavy-duty rain, if I may call it that. And there's a little snow up there around the Great Lakes. That's what I was looking for a while ago. Some expected tomorrow morning in northern Milwaukee Mountains and out west in parts of Colorado and out further west than that even. Little rain in southwestern part of the country and snow, like I said, in the northwestern part of the country. Again, this is for Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. All right, let's look at tomorrow at midday. And it looks like the rain moves a little bit closer to us by then. It's over in portions of Arkansas. There you see where the front's at, and it's still west of the Mississippi River, though. And there you see where it's expected to be, and where the low is. There's some more snow, of course, out the western portions of the mountains. There you see where it's expected to be midday tomorrow. All right. Let's look at tomorrow evening's forecast map. Wednesday evening, it gets a little bit closer to West Tennessee, starting getting close to Jackson by tomorrow evening. I think that really the best chance is going to be toward around 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night, when it actually makes it to Jackson and afterwards. I'd say between sunset and midnight anyways. Might be a better way of putting it. For tomorrow night. Pretty good heavy snow up there in the northern plain states. See that dark blue up there? They're going to get some big time snow up in that area, part of the country. Well, we get some showers and a few thunderstorms and windy conditions here in West Tennessee. A little snow up in the northeastern portion of the country by tomorrow night, and there you see the rest of the country, what it looks like nationally speaking. Alright, now let's look at the local detailed forecast for West Tennessee and the Jackson area. It calls for, like I mentioned, very cloudy conditions. Let me turn around so I can kind of read it to you. And all, very cloudy with for the rest of the evening as well as for tomorrow. There's a 20% chance of a few showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, but most of it's going to be late in the afternoon on into the evening. Probably, I'd say any time after about 6 o'clock is the best time Not to say they can't get an isolated one before then, but after 6 o'clock it's going to be most likely. 20% chance until around 6 o'clock or near sunset, and then it's going to jump up to 90% by then, by sunset, which is now roughly around 7 p.m. Speaking of that, the moon will be setting tonight or tomorrow morning at 12:20 a.m. tomorrow morning. The sun will be rising. Well, let me tell you the other. Low tomorrow morning near 53. That's not too bad for a low. High tomorrow 73. Woo! That's going to feel good despite the clouds. We're going to be windy, like I mentioned. South winds at 20, gusting to 40 miles per hour tomorrow. Remember, from about 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., there's a wind advisory for at least the western half of West Tennessee, including Madison County. The sun will be rising at 7:08 and be setting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It also sets tonight at 7 o'clock. I forgot to mention the sun does set tonight at 7 o'clock. And rises tomorrow morning, like I said, 7:08, and sets tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The moon be rising at 11:24 a.m. tomorrow morning and be setting at 12:51 a.m. on Thursday morning. Speaking of Thursday, mostly cloudy skies will continue with an 80% chance of some more showers and thunderstorms till Thursday night. Then the skies should become fair. Low near 62, high of about 70. That's going to be nice. It's going to be windy during the daytime for the most part. South winds at 20, gusting to 40 miles per hour. But by Thursday night, which I think the wind advisory is valid until 10 p.m. Thursday night, was that tomorrow night? That's 10 p.m. tomorrow night, because tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm thinking a day ahead here, a little too quick. On Thursday, by Thursday night, the winds will die down to about 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the south. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, on into Friday. Mostly fair skies finally. It's going to become fair by Thursday night. Carry on into Friday. Mostly fair till noon. Then it's going to become up and down day that day, back and forth. Mostly cloudy by noon, then back to fair by Friday night. Low near 40, high of 49 on Friday. West wind to 10 to 20 miles per hour. Right now, the weekend looks good. Fair skies from Saturday through at least Monday. Low Saturday morning near 32, high of 52. North winds 10 to 20. Sunday, low of 31, high of 57. North winds at 10 to 20. Low of 36 and high of 60 on Monday, March the 18th. North winds at 10 to 20. And then back to mostly cloudy skies by next Thursday till next Tuesday weather. And then fair skies by next Tuesday evening. Low of 34, high of 60 with northeast winds at 10 to 20. Finally by Wednesday, guess what? Spring finally officially begins. Next Wednesday, March the 20th. It begins at 4:58 p.m. Central Daylight Time, about 5 p.m. on Wednesday evening. And right now it's looking good. Mostly clear skies for that day. A little cool in the morning, low of 38 degrees, but it should warm up to 61 degrees. That's not bad for a fair day there. North winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and the full moon is going to be full on the 20th also. Kind of give you a little. We got two big events that day. Spring begins at about 5 p.m. and the full moon is complete on the 20th. Two great things happening on March the 20th. All right, look forward to that. And it's going to continue being warm even after on the actual first full day of spring, which will be March 21st. Mostly clear, low of 39 and a high of 62, with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it's not too bad on that day either. Well, all right, that's the next 9-day forecast for you. Once again, very cloudiness the rest of tonight and most of tomorrow. Mostly cloudy by tomorrow night, with a 20% chance of a few scattered showers and possible thunderstorm during the daytime tomorrow, but most likely by tomorrow night after 6 o'clock probably. 90% chance by then. Again, low of 53, a high of 73 tomorrow, and with south winds at 20 to 40 miles per hour, with a wind advisory in effect from 10 a.m. tomorrow morning to 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and leaving some nice comments from time to time. I appreciate that, and I hope to talk to you again fairly soon, hopefully by tomorrow night. Alright, until then, good night, and God bless, and may God bless you.